All right, now, like I said, you're welcome to hang around or you can bug out.
I know she's probably got stuff to do.
Yeah.
I figured. Y'all go do your thing.
So how many
go.
songs are we doing?
Well, David would
next
say
week?
20,
Yeah, we'll at least
But-
have a dozen.
probably something like that.
So is anything out of your range or like whatever we throw
You know
out
what I
there,
thought we would
good?
do? One of the things I thought we'd do?
What?
The podcast theme.
Are you
Just,
serious?
just do
just
the
instrumental?
podcast thing,
Oh,
and then
okay.
and then when I get into it, I'll go, "Good morning and welcome to."
That would be
You might want to ask
morning-
David about that one. He'll
All
be
right.
like, what are you talking about?
Bye, Kenzie.
Goodbye.
Love you.
Love you too.
You're gonna sing at groundwork?
Yep.
We'll see.
Yes.
Oh, come on. We gotta know.
I probably will.
Okay, good.
You got a
Bye.
you got a
Count
See
you.
y'all later.
Count you in.
Take care.
bathroom still right there?
Bathroom's right there.
Okay. Thank you.
You're very welcome. See you in a couple days.
Alrighty.
All right, you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Man, it's been a long time since it's just the two of us in the studio. Good morning and welcome to our morning take. My name is Frank Johnson,
And I'm Abraham Lawrence.
and our goal here is to describe for you the movie that is going on in our head when we read the Bible.
Yes.
Today is Thursday.
Yes, it is.
I think it's August something, 20 something. I don't know. Where did I write this stuff? August the 24th. This is episode 164.
Man, we got 164 in the
Yeah,
can.
it's okay. Come on in. Yeah, they left something.
Was it on out?
It's all good.
Yeah, you can't go anywhere without keys.
Ain't that the truth?
All right. So it's Thursday, and we're back at our story with Jacob and the boys.
Yes.
Are you ready for this?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. But I'm just touching base on the whole deception thing. These guys got it honestly. I mean, it seems like they just came up with that on the fly. So,
Well, sort of. There's
You
a lot
know.
of puns in that, right?
oh, yeah. But they literally, I mean, they're going to get, in their eyes, they're going to get their revenge, you know.
Well, Hamar, the father, he tended to think that what they were saying was very reasonable. We're in Genesis chapter 34. We're in the 18th verse. Listen, if this is your very first time listening to the podcast, you might want to go back a few episodes, probably back to, this was, what episode am I on? 165? 64?
Yeah, 164.
So you want to go back to the episodes 153, 54, 55, right in there, and you'll get a little gist of this story. But basically, it's about Dinah being defiled and by Shechem, Hamar's son, and the boys, the Jacob's sons, are having none of it. And they say, yeah, well, the only way that we'll let you have our daughters if all of you men get circumcised, every single one of you in the village. And so verse 18 says their words seemed reasonable to Hamor and Shechem, and the young man did not delay to do the thing. So it kind of sounds like he went out that day and did it.
Yeah, but see, here's the thing
And
to
he
me.
gets Dinah right away, too. He gets Dinah.
I mean, in my mind, if I'm Hamor and Shechem, I'm be like, man, these guys aren't even upset. This is strange.
Yeah.
You know, they didn't even ask me to apologize or anything like that. So,
Well, they did ask him to get circumcised. That's kind of, I mean,
but I'm just like,
it's not nothing.
I mean, in my mind, I'm gonna be like, man, these guys are taking this too well. Something's not right. But hey, you know,
Well, I think that about in a couple more verses, so let's just wait till we get there. So verse 19 says, he didn't delay, and he was delighted with Jacob's daughter. So he has Dinah now. And now he was more respected than all the household of his father. So Hamor and his son Shechem came to the gate of the city, spoke to the men of the city, and said, these men are friendly with us, speaking of Jacob and his sons. Therefore, let them live in the land and trade in it, for behold, the land is large enough for them. Let us take their daughters in marriage and give our daughters to them. Only on this condition will the men consent to us to live with us and to become one people.
that's big right there.
That's right. That every male among us be circumcised as they are circumcised. So that sort of makes us all one, don't it? And you know, to be perfectly honest, in a biblical sense, this is what the poor Pharisees thought about circumcision. This is what makes you holy and that you're going to the kingdom, because you're circumcised. And don't you think this story, of all stories, lets you know that just getting circumcised has nothing to do with it at all?
No, not at all. So here's my question to you: Is Jacob still present here right now?
No.
Because
this is Hamor and Shechem.
yeah, because
and
if
their own
Jacob hears this, he'd be like, "No."
And
way.
I'll almost guarantee you that Jacob asked his sons, "What are you guys up to?
Yeah.
Why are you asking them to get circumcised?
Yeah.
They're not sons of Abraham. Well, maybe they are. I don't know. You know, some of them are sons of
Yeah, because
Ishmael.
the first thing he's going to be like, "What would my dad say if he heard you guys doing that?" You know?
Yeah, we're not supposed to just be
Yeah.
circumcising anybody.
Yeah.
It's kind of supposed to be something special.
Yep, absolutely.
And all I can see is
Oh, and it's very special, by the way.
and all I can see is Simeon just giving a little wink. Go, we got this covered,
Yeah.
Dad. You'll see.
Be like,
You'll see. But yeah, I think it's funny that they go to the men, and the men. Now, this is what the men say. What is it, verse 22?
yes.
Only on this condition. Oh, yeah. And then verse 23 says, will not their livestock and their property and all their animals be ours? I guess what they mean by that is we're all shared.
Yeah.
It's like a socialistic system.
Yeah.
All right. Only let us consent to them, and they will live with us. So he's saying, I just have to make sure that you understand you have to get circumcised. Now, Abe, the movie in your head, you're one of these guys, you're listening to this in the gate, and are you just jumping on board on this? Like, sure, dude.
First
no
of
problem.
all, I need to know what they're talking about before I even consent to anything.
Well, you know they have to tell them. It just doesn't say here, but you know they have to explain it. So what do I got to do? A flint knife and do what?
It would only hurt for a minute.
It only hurts for a little while. Listen, you think it's funny until someone gets cut. And then it's hilarious.
Whatever you do, don't blink.
Verse 24, all who went out of the gate of his city listened to Hamor and his son Shechem.
Oh,
and
man.
every male was circumcised.
Wow.
All who went out of the gate of the city. That's crazy.
Oh, my goodness.
Logan.
This is my favorite verse coming up, 25.
Logan, did your mother ever say, look, if all your friends go jumping off a cliff, are you going to go jump off the cliff with them?
Yeah, she said.
And that's exactly what you say too, right? Yeah, probably. So that's what happened here. All your friends are getting circumcised. I might as well do it. I mean, what the heck? You only bleed for a little while. And verse 25. So it came about on the third day when they were in pain. Man, they did not have Oxycontin?
No, they had nothing.
And they had no Hydro 5s?
No, in the King James, it says they were sore. Oh, I bet they were.
Yeah, S-O-R-E. Sore. Oh, they were. Oh my goodness! And that now it came to pass on the third day when they were in pain that two of Jacob's sons, here they are, Simeon and Levi, the little stinkers.
Yep.
They are Dinah's brothers. They are truly Dinah's brothers too. They are literally brother and sister by the same father and mother. Each took his sword and came upon the city unaware. I mean, I guess you can sneak in because they're all in bed. I mean, can you? Oh, I just wonder if standing up was easier or sitting down or laying down or it was probably miserable.
Yeah, they even probably told him, just after we do it, just sleep it off. You'll feel better in the morning.
Sleep it off.
Yeah,
So they're probably all in bed.
Yeah.
And each took his sword and came upon the city and they killed every male. Well, you couldn't surprise the females. They were fine. But you do wonder if the women didn't fight back a little bit.
I mean, they probably, I won't even say that they fought back. They were probably just so surprised by the whole ordeal. They just,
Did you ever see the movie 300?
Yes.
Those Spartan women, they weren't going to give up on that.
Yeah, but these chicks ain't going to be nothing like that. I mean, it's not like they were like Amazons or anything.
These chicks. You called them chicks. They killed Hamor and his son Shechem.
Shocker.
Yeah, I'm sure they were first.
Oh, yeah.
With the edge of the sword, and they took Dinah from Shechem's house, and they went forth, and Jacob's sons came upon the slain. And now here's the thing here now. Okay, all right, so you think that because your sister's been defiled, you get all the guys to circumcise themselves, and you kill them all. That seems a little over the top to me, just for that. But then next part.
Yeah, you just take everything.
Listen, if killing all the men wasn't too much, then the next part has to be too much.
Yeah,
right?
because number one, they don't need it. They're
No.
wealthy. They don't need it.
Yeah.
They don't need it.
Let's read it first, and then you can tell. Jacob's sons came upon the slain, looted the city, because they had defiled their sister. They took their flocks and their herds and their donkeys, and that which was in the city, and that's which was in the field. And they captured and they looted all of their wealth and all of their little ones and their wives, even all that was in the houses. Does this mean they took their wives and the kids as prisoners?
I don't know what.
Slaves?
Yes, probably slaves, depending on how they looked. No,
And weak eyes.
I'm going to marry that one. You're going to
She
be
has weak
serving.
eyes.
You're going to be serving everybody. You staying in the kitchen, but the other one, that's going to be my wife.
You're my foot washer. Then Jacob said to Simeon and Levi, oh, no, what happened? Wait a minute. So how does this even get back to Jacob? It doesn't even say how Jacob knows. I guess when Simeon and Levi show up with all these women and kids and sheep, he's like, what in the world? You have brought trouble on me by making me, what is that, odious among the inhabitants of the land? What does King James say?
And Jacob said to Simeon and Levi, ye have troubled me to make me stink among the inhabitants of the land.
Odious. Some people's probably saying that about this podcast right now.
Yeah, it's odious. See you tomorrow.